Do you look back over your life and shake your head or groan in disgust at how badly you've screwed things up along the way and how many mistakes you've made that you wish you could take back? I used to do the same thing. I used to do the same thing a lot. So in this video, let's talk about the fact that all the screw-ups and all the mistakes and all the things that you shake your head at or groan at are actually the best things that you can grow from or learn from. Welcome back to another episode of Work Truck Talks on Jaeson D Unfiltered. Society has been trained to believe that when you screw up, you've done something wrong that's unforgivable. And, this is why we don't have honest conversations with our friends anymore. We don't want our friends to judge us. We don't want our friends to say, oh, you screwed up and you shouldn't have done that. Right? We've all been taught to judge. We've all been taught to scorn and ridicule anybody that makes a mistake, and the negative effect that this is having on society is there's no words for it, actually. The reality is the only way that we can learn and the only way that we can grow and the only way that we can become a better person is by making mistakes. And you know what? I've learned along the way that the bigger the mistakes you make, the better person you can become. Let me use football as an example. And I want to use football as an example because I'm not a big football fan. In fact, I gave up on professional sports a long time ago, and I took control of my life back. So let me use football as an example, though. For anybody that watches football, you watch the NFL and you think back to how many seasons, say in the last 30 or 40 years, how many seasons did a team win every game during the regular season but lost the Super Bowl? Now, I don't know how many, but it's a lot. Based on this particular conversation, right? And life is the same. Life is the exact same as that analogy from NFL football. You can't grow, you can't learn, you can't change if you don't make mistakes. But society has been taught, heaven forbid, don't make mistakes. This is why people live the way they do now. This is why people live in debt. This is why people live addicted to the television and social media. People are scared to do anything because they don't want to make a mistake. People stay living in a rut. And you have got to get out of that rut. You have got to get out of that rut. And I am a perfect, living, breathing example I have done things in my life that I am not proud of. I have done things in my life that I wish I could have do-overs with. I have done things in my life. I have made mistakes and I have done things wrong. And some of the things I've done, most of you couldn't even understand. We'll leave it at that. But you know what? I've used all of these mistakes. I've used all of these screw-ups and fuck-ups. And finally, at 55 years old, I am becoming... That's not even true. I'm actually a man that I can be proud of now. I'm not becoming a man I can be proud of. I am a man that I am proud of. And in the last 18 months, I have built an empire from scratch. And I'm actually using all of my screw-ups and all of my mistakes to fuel this empire. I am seeing more success now in my life than I have ever before. And I'm seeing more success now than I ever thought I would. Based on truth and honesty and hard work and consistency. Whatever mistakes you've made along the way, you need to look at them differently. You need to remember that those mistakes are what makes you who you are today. You have to use those mistakes for what they are, and that's learning. Stop sitting in front of the TV. Stop sitting in front of the social media. Stop living small. Use your mistakes as a lesson and get to it. Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you in other videos.